Hey everybody, Mike Brumfield. This video is all about proof of evolution. And what I want to do is present this chart and show you that it's very easy to determine yourselves whether life evolved or was created. And what I've presented here is multiple species of life that look the same and humans that don't. And I put a question at the bottom of the species of life that look the same, and I want you to ask yourself, what physical features do all the species have in common that humans don't? And as you know by now, I just told you, all of these look the same. Humans don't. I have been going around and asking people if they know the definition of evolution. And what I've discovered is that most people don't. And I think I know the reason why, because I use myself as an example. My mom and dad are religious. They do not believe in evolution. They say God created everything. Yet their God isn't here, and the world isn't perfect, and it leaves me to question that, since I didn't buy their religion story. The world's ravaged with literally hundreds to 1,000 religions. I don't even know how many. But the point that I'm making here is that because of this debate, evolution versus creation, and the majority of the earth being religious, not too many people know what evolution is. So for you children out there that are watching this video, evolution, get a dictionary out and look the definition up for yourself. I want you to do that first and foremost. You should find that evolution is a theory presented by Darwin in the 1800s. It says life evolved. All life on earth evolved from a single source. This is very important that you understand this center section right here, this block. I wanted to put this in a petri dish to show you bacteria. Today we are battling an Ebola virus, a living organism. We can take one Ebola virus, we can put it in a petri dish, and it will become 2, 4, 8. 1 becomes 2, 4, 8. Multiple life springs from one species, and yet they all look the same. What these have in common, we don't. We don't all look the same. We have a very short recorded history that says people in the sky created everything. And the problem that I have, again, with that is the omnipotent God creator story. We don't have any proof of the world ever being perfect. We don't have any proof that there was a beginning to this universe. Quite contrary, we have the atom definition that says it can't be created nor destroyed. All of these species are made up of atoms, including us, and the entire universe. So it defies logic to say that somebody created something that can't be created, like the atom and energy. So what I am wanting to achieve with this chart is to give children the simple tools to now understand why evolution and creation don't agree. That is because evolution says life just happened by chance. Creation says that a magic guy in the story called God created everything. And with this chart, they will be able to ask their moms and dads, Mom and Dad, why do all species of life look the same when we don't? Why is it that you think, Mom and Dad, that the atom was created when we have a definition given to us by the likes of Albert Einstein? Dalton, actually, was the first to give us the definition that it can't be created nor destroyed. Albert Einstein gave us energy can't be created nor destroyed. It's just energy transforms matter into different states of existence. E equals mass times speed of light squared. Now, what I've done here is I've given you the evidence to see for yourself how to determine whether life is a product of evolution or a product of creation. And the one distinct difference is the answer to this question. What physical features do all the species have in common that humans don't? They all look the same. They evolved. Again, like I said, this bacteria here, if it was in a petri dish and we had this one, It splits, makes this one, splits, makes this one, splits, and they all look the same. So the bottom line is here, I am wanting to give you the tools, children, yourselves, to now stop believing what people tell you and know how to find out for yourself what evolution is, what creation is, and how to determine whether they're real or not, possible or valid, true, whatever you want to say. But for children's sake, whether it's real or not. And you can prove it to yourselves, kids, by simply going around and start looking at species of life, flock of geese, herd of elephants. Watch a Discovery National Geographic show about the mass migrations over in Africa. You'll see clearly that all those animals, if you were standing on a cliff running before you along the Serengeti Plains, you've got hundreds of different species of life. They all stick together by themselves and they all look the same. Evolution. So from this day forward, you will be able to not only know what evolution is, but how to determine literally what life is a product of evolution, what is a product of creation. Now, what I've done here is I've dealt with the subject matter of how creation keeps us from understanding evolution. But we would understand creation better if we asked ourselves, is it possible that people live in the sky? We must live in the sky because a meteor can take us out. My new book coming out, Reality, Escape from Planet Earth, shows literally people running toward a spacecraft with a big meteor coming to the Earth. That's our number one priority if God doesn't exist or extraterrestrials. We can only survive as a species if we get off this planet, coincidentally by going up, which is where the creation story says that this God lives that created us. Now, I asked myself, is it possible that what primitive man called God was a being that evolved just like all of these other life forms? And what I've discovered is we have evidence of a humanoid being all looking the same. The heads of Easter Island, the Olmec gods. Because I have to cut this short, I'm going to get to the point quickly on this and then turn back over to evolution. And I want to start an evolution revolution for kids to not only prove to themselves that evolution is a fact, but there's plenty of evidence out there that they can see to prove it, but also to understand why creation or religion doesn't agree with it. Now, this makes sense to me that these beings exist because these ancient statues exist. Primitive man told us that beings in the sky said that they created him. And I literally know today scientifically that living up in the sky is a realistic goal that we have to achieve to become immortal ourselves. And guess what? Religious people, they do not get living up in the sky. They are entrenched in a spirit, magic, omnipotent God story that is not provable, that is illogical, and yet their story matches today's scientific scenario of living up in the sky. So I want to end right here. This is my proof of evolution and creation chart. This should give you the tools to not only prove that evolution is a fact for all life, except for us, and that it's possible that a human species evolved, and they're evolving everywhere, and because they look the same, like these ancient statues look, they managed to get off of the planet because they don't war with each other over power. And that's the problem with humans. It's all about power here. It's all about money, and it's all about pride. And this is for kids. It's not for adults, because adults think I want to change them. I don't want to change anybody. I want to make the world perfect. Therefore, I'm giving my money away, everything I have, for the purpose of getting off this planet, for an evacuation plan and a meteor prevention plan, and the evolution revolution is about to take place, because no longer will you have to ask anybody, is evolution a fact? It's all around you. It's life that all looks the same, and it came from one, became two, became four, became eight. And if you can't entertain the possibility that humans done it, then don't look at these statues anymore when they come on TV. The Easter Island heads, because there's your proof. Thank you. Check everything out. How close was I?